Hey, it's Alex here. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk about what you should buy and you shouldn't buy before you actually close on your new home. Welcome back. So, we've heard before, getting a home is one of the most exciting things for a lot of people. And a lot of families are so excited. It's usually a 30-day escrow process. And usually you're facilitating and working through the loan part of things in the first couple weeks. There's this gap and this timeline in the last 2 weeks before you actually close where there's not a whole lot to do. There's a final walkthrough, but typically the buyers get a little bit bored and oftentimes they get really excited and they go online with all their free time because there's a lot less paperwork at that time that they go shopping for furniture. And on this furniture, you cannot put it on your credit cards because it will actually affect your debt to income ratio. Along that same vein, even though it's so exciting to shop for furniture, people oftentimes get bored and say, well, what kind of car am I going to park in that driveway or that 2 or 3 car garage? And they go shopping for a new automobile. That isn't, again, an issue because if it affects your debt to income ratio, you no longer may be eligible for the home loan. Not all lenders will go ahead and check your credit right before they close and fund the loan, but it's something that does happen from time to time, and you don't want to be in that scenario. Sometimes it's okay because it actually will not hit your debt to income ratio because it doesn't reflect on your credit report. But it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to those two things. One thing you absolutely do have to get is obtain fire and hazard insurance for your home, especially when you're getting a loan for the new purchase. The reason that's so important is that the lender needs to know that their asset and your asset is protected. So you do need to get that. And along the same vein, if you don't shop for homeowners insurance early enough in the process and it wasn't disclosed to you by the seller, you can be affected in this way. We've seen that there's been a huge slab leak with major renovation costs that were bumped into the insurance. So the cost of insurance was not the typical amount of $1,000 or $1,200 per year, which we typically see on single family homes, depending on the cost and coverage. But it may be $2,500 per year, which is double the normal amount. And also the deductible may be much higher, which also could affect your debt to income ratio. So that's kind of what I wanted to kind of consider with you guys. So realistically, do not buy furniture on credit cards during the process. Do not buy a new car and obtain a car loan until you're actually inside the house, but you do absolutely have to get homeowner insurance. In this day and age, the interest rates are moving around all the time, but right now, with respect to a rising interest rate environment, it's even more important that you are in a position that you are not going to be affecting your debt to income ratio, because if the interest rates have moved up since the time you locked your loan or since you got your last pre-qualification or pre-approval letter, it may in fact affect your eligibility to qualify for a home. And we don't ever want that to happen. But if you have any questions, or please forward this over to another home buyer that's currently in the market, because sometimes we find out way too late. In our process, we do have reminders, but no one's perfect. So those are my tips. If you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out. Happy to be a resource any way we can. Have a great rest of your day and see you next time.